This as concerning the EFL Christmas football matches and the ELBA basketball matches in which to be televised on Alito Sports. This as, excuse me, we have a race alert on our hands, as we hand off to Ross Blake from Alito Rev immediately.
There is going to be a special sponsored race to be held by Flex Motors, as that is to occur on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2022. The event named to be Flex Motors New Year's Grand Prix 2022-2023/EY1022-1023, as it's to be a two-race event, one starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Elite City, and another kicking off at 7:12 p.m. Elite City. It to be a timed race, 4.8 hours in 8 of 36-minute shifts, as due to the new Canberra Year event, as they learned from DG Square Elitisat and Rex Arena concerning the Happy New Month Canberra subject in past months, in which were disruptions by certain hockey players from ELHA, in which one resulted in postponement and suspension of hockey players for over-celebrating the Canberra HNM during a middle of hockey game, being unsportsmanlike conduct, even the EFL in the middle of football game. On November 30th, 2022 at 2 p.m. Elite City in second quarter with 12 minutes on game clock, with Elite City Thunderdogs leading 14-10 against Rexer. Few football players from Rexer over-celebrated when Thunderdogs was trying to score a touchdown, resulted in whistle and flag, with a 75-yard penalty forcing Elite City Thunderdogs to be toward goal line, with esports players from past tournaments in the summer over-celebrated, in which resulted in one esports team banned and disbanded. This as the racing directors are taking it seriously and benched the racers for shifts 2 and 3 of first race to avoid celebrations while in car, in which result in disastrous including a multi-car wreck, as racers who immigrated from Elitopia from Canbordy or have relatives residing in Canbordy will be benched in shift 2 and 3 in first race as a precautionary measure. In case of news of the TDY2K and TDD1M in which results in disaster, in which to be worse than the HY1K bug event in Hextopolia in February 2021, in case it happened, or inclement weather or fireworks use at the Speedway Complex for guard zone in which fireworks are prohibited at the Speedway Complex and at the guard zone, then the race to be rescheduled to January 7, 2023 with alternate dates of January 8, 14th and 15th. Track to compete on and the vehicle or vehicles used will be announced via event to be showcased at Zen Speedway at noon Elite City on Christmas. Practice sessions for the New Year's race to be held early next week, then qualifications starting Friday 29th and Saturday 30th.
Ikenka, Scott Alito Starcup do note, the track used, in the new year, I gotta try out the track myself. Track name being Tronix Swifter.
Yes, as during the track showcase when the driver does the inaugural lap, being Smith Arzaniels from Zen Racing and car to be used for the race, he clocked at 340 km per hour, 204 km per choi.
Yes, this is the car to be used as Ishan Tracks Zion Learn, to be the 2023 Flex Conix RS GTE Hybrid X Hatchie, in which my cousin Rex have a street version of similar trim.
Yes, as the car looks wicked.
Affirmative. Rex Traxian, what's under the hood of said car compared to yours?
It packs more power, and go faster than mine. It have a 2.5-liter electric-assisted twin-turbo supercharged i4 with 2 of 250 kilowatt powerful electric motors, 40 kilowatt-hour battery, while mine is a 2.0-liter electric-assisted twin-turbo supercharged i3 with 2 of the 200 kilowatt electric motors, all-wheel drive, 32 kilowatt-hour battery. As my car and the said car to be used for the race also have 2 kWh supplemental supercapacitors, all-wheel drive but can toggle to rear-wheel drive, and 7-speed dual clutch, mine can top like 330 km per hour, while the said racing car can top out at 400 to 420 km per hour plus.
420 km per hour. That is like over 250 kina nitros per choi, and 1190 ciometros per trocant, 261 miles per hour.
Yes, Daniel. Yes, as the horsepower is impressive, over 1000 metric horsepower, close to 1600 Newton meters, and 0 to 60 kch, 0 to 100 kph in like 1 second to as fast as 20 to 25 trocants?
Close to 2 seconds, not even double that when going electric alone.
Correct. Mickey Tracks Zion is for you Mark Zaniels. I Corey Zanders do note, on how your cousin Smith Arzaniels perform on the track, the car have superior handling, and with the specialty tires, have very good grip, as steering is also very sharp, also how it drifts. Correct, this is Smith is beside me, as he said, the acceleration is like Swift also.
Yes, Mark Zaniels. However, I got a hold of my cousin Catherine Zaniels, in which she's your elder sister. She requests you and your friend Corey Sanders to head back to the Zaniels to assist her for prep to cook food for Christmas dinner.
Okay, Smith. Corey, we must head back to my house. Oh yes. We must not forget the food prep.
Anyhow, this is later on in the day. I to head to the Zaniels also, but first gonna chat with the teammates for Zen Racing, including Captain David Daniels, being Cooper with his relative. Shaker from the Alito Shock Elite City Shock, in which being Mickey Daniels concerning the previous esports match against Team R3T, formerly Team RDK 3000 TriStar Esports. R3T shuts out ELS 4-3 in a contested match yesterday afternoon. ELS to take on ETR in tomorrow's match.
Mark Zaniels, why would you prefer deep fry rather than use oven to cook the turkey? In the case, air fry rather than deep fry in the specialty cooker next to stove?
In past years, the Xanders deep fry the turkey, however there's a fire risk since oil can get very hot and if it spills onto the burner, it will ignite. Yes, Mark, this is in 2020, EY 1020. There were an incident in which I put in too much oil in the bin when I place a turkey, however I was quite a distance away, oil spills and it ignite causing a fire, as it was well away from the house. Good thing I have fire extinguisher at hand as I turn off the burner and use fire extinguisher to put it out. This is for 2021, EY 1021, I use the air fry method using the new air fryer at that time. Yes, as Mark got the same model as Corey as he told me how to cook the turkey, as the ham is placed in the oven.
Yes, as we have 72 minutes left on the ham, 90 minutes on the turkey, as it should be ready by 6 p.m, maybe before it, like 5:45 p.m. to 5:48 p.m.
Mark, that is a nifty home entertainment setup. Do you have a smart television? Yes, Kenka, even with the Omni Assistant, as I do have the remote in which have a mic function, as I use voice command to do tasks, play video from Alito Tube, tune to specific channel i.e. Alito News 24, or to DVR the show, even to start or pre-climate my car, or turn on device in my room. Or Catherine's or other family member in the Zaniels, or do action to their vehicles, like start the engine, or hybrid/EV system or pre-climate, or to change the temperature for the house as I also have the smart thermostat as it's set to 20 degrees Celsius. 200 tempos as I can set it to 21 and above or 19 and below, but it must be kept to 20 degrees Celsius for optimal comfort and efficiency. The speakers, are those powerful speakers? Trax Rex yes, however it can cause nuisance to Thunderscope and your residence once the volume is at max. This is if media were played at night at loud volume, the security alarm over at Thunderscope goes off as Elite City Police would have got dispatched. This is it would disturb Coco, Whiskers, and Rover, as I do not want Rover to bark at night over loud music. Stefan must ask, are those the pets who come beside you? Yes.
Yes, this is we must remind you Mark that the food is almost cooked as Smith Z. Zaniels and Robert Zaniels takes over for cooking.
Yes, as Catherine Zaniels is just putting out the ham from the oven.
Yes, this is Chris Zaniels is setting the table for us.
Noted, Whiskers, Coco and Rover.
Mark, just curious, where did your parents go?
My mom Karen Zaniels and my dad Bob Zaniels. Just heard from them, they have left my aunt's house in Elite City's west side, they are on the way home. My aunt Nicole Zaniels had to give subject to mom and dad, Karen, and Bob. They should arrive back in a few minutes. What is the subject in question? Sean, I will not disclose that to you.
But is it Christmas present to you?
Either that, or for Catherine, Chris, Robert, or Sean Z, or the pets.
Elite City Shock versus Elitotron Esports?
Yes, match start is at 1 o'clock p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Choi 75, 1800 TRX, they take in best of 7 in Octal of Doza 2.
This is Robert Zlickstar, and my bro Sean Zlickstar has started playing video game in subject since past week or so.
Yes, Robert, as we also play Octal of Doza 1.
Robert and Sean, please be advised that your vehicles are parked at RDK 3000 TriStar parking, as Richard S. Critter told me, Zen Z Critter of subject, as you must have to head to RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ and visitor parking to move the vehicles immediately, otherwise it to be towed away.
Zen, I Mark Zaniels wonder why they need to move the vehicles. They can just park their cars at Tuning Garage, Raptor Tuning in designated parking.
There is a 2-hour parking limit for visitors. The 2-hour time limit is close to expiration.
Zen Z Cryptor, Zen Zlickstar. Remember about Shark Blocks Racing?
Yes.
It's now called Sharktronic Racing.
Sharktronic Racing? Does it have the 3 original racers, Richard, Daniel, and Stefan?
Yes, as the racing team in which was based in Cryptor City, Crypzation in Robloxian Federation, now moved to Elite City, Elitopia, in which is allies of Zen Racing, as they also us at Zen Racing to participate in New Year's race.
Sharktronic Racing? I Mark Zaniels wonder on the performance of the racing team. Miss Zaniels, is this the grandfather clock Christmas present from family member?
Yes, as it was given to me yesterday as my cousin Sarah Zaniels and I assembled it this morning.
Does it replace the other grandfather clock?
Yes, as it was donated to thrift store in Elite City's south side. Mark, what is Corey Zanders doing with his radio?
Corey Zanders is listening to football on Alito Sports Radio. Reeker Anvils take on opponent from Sharkville, at Reeker Dome in Reeker. Yes, this is, oh my god. Touchdown, Reeker made a touchdown. They lead 24-17 late in second quarter.
This is a drill simulation rehearsal exercise.
Where the sound is originated,
This
Raptor,
is a drill
and drill for what?
exercise simulation.
My home assistant, and drill for subject I to explain soon, Farah.
Attention. This is a drill simulation rehearsal exercise. To repeat. This is a drill exercise simulation.
I knew it. New Year drill. Yes, this is its 1856. Also it to be start of Martian New Year as per terrain day counting method, as it's determined as follows. If the true Martian year as per New Sol, Martian day on midnight MTC, occurs before 0700, noon UTC, Choi 50, 1200 TRX, 500 KTS. Then the day to be Martian New Year, otherwise to be the following day. However, Elite City will not be celebrating subject due to subject this morning, as they cannot do it again for same subject, as with subject tomorrow morning, but it is celebrated in Martis City.
Hey Ozzy and Skittles, you.
Tokyo Raystar, don't you ever think about this. You should leave the duos alone. You understood?
Yeesh. Mark Zaniels. Why do you have to intervene to stop me?
Cause of what your relative has done to Caspe in early December 2022 after HNM Illitom UEY 1022 in a form of cyberbullying, you had to seize his laptop and give it away to one of the RDK 3000 TriStar personnels, also delete his IllitoTube account. Do you remember?
Oh. Yes, I do remember, in which I should rather instead leave the fellows alone and to meet with Savage and Raptor tuning across the street.
Hey, Ozzy, Skittles, Bradley, you snitch, you. How unjust, I have to throw 3 of you out of the door, and have you kicked out of Elite City permanently.
Agad, car alarm. Whoever broke into or went into my car must face punishment.
Ruba K. Cryptor. Some idiot threw Bradley Bear in diapers out through the front doors, causing the doors to go off the hinges. Bradley may have gone into your car, possibly through one of the car windows that was left rolled down, causing car alarm to go off. Check the seats of your vehicle, especially the rear seats.
Okay, Chris K. Cryptor. Bradley, this is Ruba K. Cryptor. Where are you in my car?
In the rear seats, in the left side. Also, the car alarm is very dreadful to me.
This is I am silencing the car alarm now as I forgot to disarm. Also unlock the car doors and get you out of the vehicle. Anyhow, are you okay, physically and mentally?
Mentally, no. I get very depressed as a result. Anyhow, physically, only cuts and some bruises as I may need some first aid.
Ruba K. Cryptor, is Bradley hurt? Does he really need first aid?
Only moderate cuts and bruises. Anyhow, he does need some first aid. This is I go inform the owner.
This is I go inform the owner. Sean T. Cryptor. Also arrange Bradley with appointment to see a psychiatrist in Elite City before the new year of 2023. EY 1023. Anyhow, Elite City Police is on the way as Steve Yoshizar gets kicked out and banned from RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ for life, as he to be arrested on charges. He also have to pay 680 Elios for the new door set, another 190 for the new automatic door system.
Is the front doors went off the hinges?
Yes, and the automatic sliding door system is busted. It has since been malfunctioned. Chubby H. Cryptor. Ichiro ESK Cryptor. Do be quick on this, please.
Okay, Chris.
Alright.
Chris K. Cryptor, what are you doing?
I am recording date and time when the changeup occur, and put it to the log, December 25, 2022 at 1936, 02.5 EMT, 0060 TRX on Mu 25th, EY 1022, 015, or 01 Dozy 3 sign time. This is I have this new watch for Christmas as I to give you my other watch that I had on my right arm for you for Christmas gift.
Really, Chris K. Cryptor?
Yes, however I to give it to you after changeup is finished for Ozzy and Skittles.
Thank you. In fact, I have something for you in return, but it's downstairs.
I can't wait to check out what it is. However, we head downstairs as I to meet with Mark E. Cryptor and Mark Zaniels after changeup gets taken care of, hopefully soon.
This is the main part occurs on Mu 30th, EY 1022 to Alpha 1st, EY 1023 and December 31st, 2022. However, we must note, the one the day prior, at 1900 hours on December 30th, 2022. It will be the new Super Zickle and Elite Metric Quad season of EMS 84 MLE and Zickle 120 as fireworks will fly in Elite City just 24 hours to the new Elite Year EY 1023 and Tronic Diamond Metric and Solar Millennium. In which on New Year's Eve, at 1000, there will be fireworks, but confined to Japantown District and city's east side, as it's part of Elito NYE. However, the fireworks also can be viewed from West Blitz Dizinule, Blitz Dinozania, as I have alerted Chris Blitz Star on the matter. Then at midday, there will be fireworks in downtown for New Year in Hugh Exitex Union, and in Kipni Eorshan for 2023, then at 1300 hours, 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX, it to be the new Kiplianian year of A.KLN 398, in which first part of New Year race, Flex Motors New Year's Grand Prix 2022 to 2023. EY 1022-1023 kicking off at Zen Speedway with 2 years toward the Quarter Centennial in 2025, EY 1025. Then at 1400 hours, midnight KBT first Sterion, to be new Canberra year of KB.P18, or 1 doza 6, as it to occur at 0 o'clock KBDT as the KBDT, and the KBSDK, or KBSDC. The Canbordi Spinelian duodecimal timekeeping and calendar system is that is duodecimal, whereas the base 10 system is also used, with fireworks going off for 1 Kaliki and Canbordi EI and Spinelian duodecimal timekeeping, 5 doze or 60 dozenals, 100 kiatrokants, 10 choice, 240 decinutes. 2 hours 24 minutes for certain establishments including RDK can, then at 1800 hours, final hour to EY 1023, to be Muni Year and Muni Decade, half Muni Century of Muni Year MY 850, then just 60 minutes later on 00.0 Elite Metric Time, 0000 Tracks Time on Pentdiz, Alpha First. Elite Year EY 1023 Elite Day 0, 1900 hours Saturday December 31st, 2022, and 2000 000.0000000 TDRT, 1000000000000 Trocants TDCX, via Trocant 100K, 0 SD Quin SD Alpha First. 2000 TDE to be the Tronic Diamond Metric and Solar Millennium and new Elite Year of Neotrocant 1000.0 and Year 2000 of the Tronic Diamond Era and Elite Year EY 1023, with every city in the Tronic Diamond Union. Primary and secondary setting off fireworks in addition to fireworks show in Elite City. Riker and all other cities and towns coast to coast in Republic of Elitopia in all provinces and prefectures in all Elitopian territorial states with same fireworks duration as with those in Canbordi City but with 4 acts of 5 segments. 20 half-joy segments total with Elitopian Prime Minister and Emperor Sigma speeches at 2000 hours, then at midnight January 1st, 2023 to be fireworks for New Year 2023 in Elite City. Also take note of fireworks in Xenopolis City, Xenopolia, and Riker 60 minutes later, and Sharkville at 0200. And the Kudo Pak Union at 0300 and 0400.
You are right on the dot, Mark Zaniels, but you forgot to mention one other event in which to occur at the new Elite Year. This as cousin Ruba K. Cryptor will explain.
Yes, Chris, this is it to be the new Elite Year EY 1023 in Elito Muni Kingdom in KBEO 227 in which I used to reside since 2000, EY 1000 to initial half of 2022, EY 1022. However, this is I made and printed the calendar for the first month of the year in 6-day week format.
This is I have to zoom back toward the Elito Fury as I had to zoom toward subject along the route in which is potential hazard in which I must avoid. This is, whoa. Subjective clearance is kinda narrow between raft and buoy, must make slight steer to avoid direct hit to the raft. Yeesh, oh my god. Again, contact to side. Personnel on raft, I am terribly sorry.
He should have watched his surrounds on his jet ski, as he bumped into the side of the raft as it's now in motion as it's in the direction of the currents. Yes, Skittles, I wonder what direction is the currents going in the velocity, Ichiro?
Toward the west, toward the ELU campus grounds, as the water flow velocity is slow enough, get out your oars as we to head toward one spot in which water flow velocity is near zero. Just near ELU campus grounds. This toward the west of campus grounds, but don't go near the Elitopian Navy zone including the shipyard depot, also the Elito Army base on the other side when going under bridge of Trony Diamond Street, formerly Alftronic Street toward the recruitment offices and the police station. We are near the embassy of Jinx Depolia and the Department of Trade Establishment, going under bridge of Freedom Street, as it's a long paddle as we must head under bridge of Capital Street going past Elitopian Parliament buildings, also Emperor's Palace for Emperor Sigma, Establishment for Department of National Defense, and embassies of Oislania, Hextopolia, Corjotopia and such, this as. Oh my god, impeding rapids, Ozzy and Skittles, put on your caps and water helmets now. This is I to put mine also to put on my goggles and grab my oar as we must get through the rapids swiftly and watch out for break waves.
Oh my god, such impeding hazard. We must paddle hard, yes, as we must get out of the hazard quick as we head back to calmer waters.
We must stay close to the Elito Fury as we must inform the captain of us when warranted. This is E. Danger ahead, break wave, get your you-know-what out now.
Oh no. Our raft is being capsized as we to go overboard.
Oh my god. The three duos. Must zoom toward them, but with extreme caution due to hazard. Captain. Watch for Ozzy, Skittles, and Ichiro. Oh my god. Their raft has since capsized, they have since went overboard.
Oh god, that is Scott Alito Starkip's raft Ichiro is borrowing.
Yeesh. Oh my god. Rex. Stefan. Stop the vehicles immediately. I see my raft, as the three personnel's using it, Cousin Ichiro, also Skittles and Ozzy, they have since went overboard. Chimo. Stop the car too.
Okay, stopping the vehicle. I know you have to retrieve it, also check on the fellows.
Yes, as I have to head to the river.
Do be very careful, Scott.
Stay close to me, Ichiro and Skittles, this is, put on your rebreathers now. Some current going to pull us under.
Captain, stand by, wait for further instructions, this is, oh my god. The trios has since went underwater. The trios has since went underwater.
Ichiro must be somewhere underwater in the river, as the Elito Fury is to the left side. Anyhow, we must need to check the time. What time is it?
Did you check the time at the clock tower at the Elitopian Parliament buildings? Also heard the clock chimes playing now? It is 11 o'clock a.m. in the morning on December 26, 2022, 66.6 EMT, 1600 TRX on Mu 25th, EY 1022.
Even though Steve is dealt with, I am still depressed as I can't take it anymore, as I have to end my life as the world is so cruel. Goodbye world.
Now, this as the destination is less than a nautical mile, as we must, fellow jumped off bridge, I must. Oh my god, unexpected passenger on board Elito Fury. Unexpected passenger on board Elito Fury, believed to land on upper deck. Rick. Go head to upper decks immediately. Go head to upper decks immediately, to determine who's the passenger.
Okay, anyhow in addition, dog is barking from the upper decks. I must head upstairs, to upper deck. Captain, stop the vessel immediately and then stand by for instructions.
Okay, stopping the vessel, go determine the subject, fast.
For some unexpected reason, I landed onto the pool chair on upper deck of the yacht, as I remember, to be a little fury, and that has since woken up the dog, as she is barking as someone must have noticed me or heard the dog barking.
Captain, why did you stop the vessel and drop the anchor? Damn. Anyhow Rick, are you at the upper deck?
Yes, this as the passenger is a small bear in diapers, Bradley.
Raising the anchor, as I to make unexpected stop to the nearest port, Port Omega in Elite City, as I to sound ship horn, Rick, go telephone RDK main HQ to get a hold of Chris K immediately.
Okay. Bradley, we have to get off the Little Fury as the owner Sean T. Crypter to be notified by Chris K. Crypter. Ozzy, Skittles, and the owner Chubby also his colleague Ichiro is also being notified via ship horn.
Okay.
This is I must find Bradley, this as. Oh my god, he's on the Alito Fury. He's on the Alito Fury, sounding alarm to the RDK main HQ oops. That's the RDK Electronic Bureau I mistakenly sent to, as it's now sent to one, EEP. RDK Con in Canbordy City. This one must do. There, sent to one to main HQ.
Understood. But Ruba K. Crypto, you have sent code pager with high priority signal to RDK 3000 TriStar Altronic and Canbordy Unit Divisions. Chubby H. Crypter and Ichiro ESK Crypter is being notified, as with Sean T. Crypter. Corey E. Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar Canbordy and Stephen A.T. Crypter over at RDK 3000 TriStar Altronic. You available?
Yes, as for some unexpected reason the CameraNet alert, and KVVS TV alert has been toggled for RDK Can roll call, in which we have to issue redaction notice stating it was activated on error.
Same goes for the tronic alarm, with white signaled meaning information/other, for RDK roll call as we had to also issue redaction notice to cancel the tronic alarm.
Ilitatina, Trex Rex, we must paddle toward the Alito Fury, fast. Some ship horn is sounding, in addition to the RDK TSR roll call alarm. Affirmative, Kenka. This is Trex Rex saw Bradley jumping off the bridge from Capitol Street onto the yacht. This is for you Ozzy and Skittles. Steph and also Rex and Scott are heading toward the Alito Fury right away as there's someone who went on board without warning, bear in diapers, named Bradley.
Last heard from Bradley. He was going to commit suicide after he was severely depressed thanks to acts by a fellow in which he's in holding cell being booked on charges at a police station as he was going to jump off the bridge into the waters.
Yeesh. If this were going to happen then we would have detoured to rescue him from the rapids as the water is cold as he would have drowned but he ended up on board from Alito Fury in which gets attention to the crew as he landed on the upper deck of the yacht. This is I see cousin Ichiro underwater now wearing his diving gear as he is heading toward the yacht also. Maybe he heard such alarm as well.
I do see the raft, and for some reason, Scott, Stefan and Rex on board, with Ozzy and Skittles. Anyhow I am not far from the yacht, as for some reason, the diving gear is actually mine as it was dropped by Ozzy from the raft when going fishing in prior hour. This as I felt device vibrate and noted subject on my smartwatch, subject at Alito Fury as I must head to the yacht. As I learn more, Bradley jumped off the bridge going to do suicide ended up on the yacht, in which gets attention to the crew in which result in ship horn then RDK 3000 TriStar roll call alert.
Now, this is we want to give a huge thanks for taking care of Ozzy, Skittles and Bradley on the Alito Fury. Now Ruba K. Crypter. we must head back to RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ for lunch.
Yes, as we must head back to our cars soon.
Max, we must note that it's also time for us to have lunch, as we must head back on board.
Yes, as we must arrive at the final expected stop.
We would like to thank you for coming in to arrive in a timely manner. However, my recommendation is to supervise the trios and keep a watchful eye on them.
Alright.
Okay, anyhow, your plans for New Year's?
We are going to host a New Year's party on board the Little Fury throughout the day and evening as we to count down to New Elite Year EY1023, also New Calendar Year KB.P18, also Rewa 5. Muni and Kiplianian years, also 2023 in Elite City on board the Little Fury with fireworks on board, also the ship horn sound off.
Oops. I pooped and peed. I do need changed up badly. Me too.
Me 3.
Mark E. Cryptor. Yeesh. Sean T. Cryptor, this is. Does Ozzy get gassy so suddenly? Whoa. Max Skystar, don't depart just yet. The trios in diapers really need a change-up immediately, as they need to go on board for change-up. Anyhow, where is the area designated for it?
Toward the rear, deck Alpha, at lowest deck.
Mark E. Cryptor, why the delay?
Ozzy, Skittles, and Bradley are due for change-up. They also the owners need to go on board the Alito Fury for such operation as they to go off the yacht to the cars once that gets taken care of. Shawnee Cryptor, why are you doing on board the Alito Fury?
I and my colleague Red Sir P. Cryptor needs to go on board, as he needs to use the sink to fill up his water bottle while I had to log the date and time of change-up operation, and location.
Yes, however I had to use the sink closest to the entrance, however we wait for Chubb, Shanti, and Ichiro. Now, I have since talked to Bradley. He has since went to see a doctor afternoon on 26th, at a medical clinic, as he also met with a psychiatrist, to treat some mental illness following subject as told by Mike Kinders. This as I heard the sirens at RDK HQ and then telephoned Chris Zaniels on explanation. This as I drove to the port and saw the Alito Fury docked at the port. As I do note some time later, Bradley gets off the Alito Fury, as they were met with Ozzy and Skittles. Until Corey Zanders messaged me to head to his house for a surprise for subject in which goes for my car. Now, I must head to Delta 6 as, for some reason, why is there some RDK 3000 TriStar vehicles departing Hyperloop Station? I do note, Kupnianershan, Canbordi, Huexitex, Altronican, Omnian, Korhotopian, Xenopolian, where are they heading? I must have to get in behind the car for RDK gone, and to honk at the fellow, as I guess. Rex X Cryptor, Rex Zarkers? Nickname being Rekeekan. 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 Who's the horn coming from? Oh, hi citizen. You spot our cars? Yes, I am Mark Zaniels as I reside from Elite City, where you be heading? RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ on Alitotronics Street. We have since departed Altronic City since past few hours. The RDK Canberra fellows departed Canbordy City on 26th Spragan, KB.P17, or December 26th, 2022, Mu 25th, EY 1022. What? You sure, Rex? Rex tracks here. What are you talking about? No, not you, Rex tracks Zion, you idiot. I am talking about the other Rex, Rex X Cryptor from RDK 3000 TriStar Canbordy Unit Division who departed Canbordy City on Mu 25th, EY 1022 and December 25th, 2022 to Altronic City, as he and the fellows just arrived in Elite City as they departed Altronic City in past 2 to 3 hours. Oh, sorry. Anyhow, Mark Zaniels, yes, I reckon to head to the bureau. Why thank you, Robert Keistar, that is like way more than I expected. This as you told me, leftover amount, to be like, 416,000 Canbor coins, or 5,350 Elios, to go for donation to Chris K. Cryptor. You're welcome, Rex.
Understood. However, Robert Keistar, how did you receive some cryptocurrency? Did you brought some cryptocurrency, or some friend gave it to you?
I was given a physical coinage by my friend as late Christmas gift, with a QR code. As I scanned that with my phone, it opened up some crypto wallet app that I last used since month as 1 Bitcoin was sent to my Bitcoin wallet, worth about 6,600 Elios.
This explains I have received 5,350 Elios just now. This in which 20% of the proceedings to be toward me, with 3,000 Elios toward Mark E. Cryptor, remaining toward donation to Alito Diamonds.
Why Alito Diamonds?
Robert, they the lead sponsor Alito NYE on New Year's Eve.
Chris K. Cryptor. I am Mark E. Cryptor. I would like to thank you for donation for 3,000 Elios, as 2,000 to be toward my bro Scott Illidistar and 1,000 toward me.
No problem. Anyhow, I am watching his live stream on Alito too. He sure is pleased with the donation, as he is live streaming esports match Digi Red Blitz Esports vs Grubben Ositech Thieves at Digi Square Elitazot.
This is match start is at 7 PM. This as I must head to refreshment stand to get some drink, maybe some Z Fuel, and a Alito Cola Zero Sugar. I must be quick as match start just several minutes away. I would not mind the fellows doing other subject. This as I check the time. 6:52 PM on December 29th, 2022. This as I to get some crisps too. This as Richard Raystar, Ichigo Raystar, you gonna spectate the match too?
No. We are instead to head to NYE Central after 7 o'clock PM, 00.0 EMT, 0000 TRX for final prep for Alito NYE. This is related subject concerning drill to begin imminently. As Ichigo is listening to subject on radio as I Richard have my pocket device tuned to TV mode tuned to RDK 3000 TriStar television service showcasing VWG2N, Scott Illidistar mentioning subject while we are waiting for Tokyo Raystar. Key to come in a few. Richard, the New Year drill has since begun. The New Year drill has since begun. at 18:53 and 0 seconds. You sure, Ichigo? Yes.
This as I saw the fellows participating, they must have wearing some New Year hats. This as I note the one Ska Elito Starkip wore, the one for Reiwa 5. Japanese New Year, anyhow Ishigo and Richard, I just heard from Jared Raystar. He wants you to head to New Year Central of DG Square Elitos at ASAP as he have a special gift for you for the big day on New Year's Eve.
Okay, Tokyo Raystar.
This is it's only a drill exercise, as it is also intended to mark 2 days, 48 hours to new Elite Year EY 1023 and Tronic Diamond Millennium. Niatrocant 1000.0, 1 trillion trokans, 2000 TT, in close to 2 Myotrocants, 2 million trokans, 4800 decinutes, 200 choice. This is we hand off to Mark. Mark E. Crypter? I am talking about the other.
Hold on, Scott. RDK TV Producers has told me to tell you, since I am now on the air, I to take over due to time. I am Mark E. Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar. To recap, the esports teams Optic Elito and Elito face to compete in best of 7, first to 4, in Octal of Doza 2, in the final match of the day ELG Game Jam Esports Mania Costa 2022-2023, EY 1022-1023. Match start to occur at 1900 hours RDK in Elite City, 00.0 EMT, 0000 TRX. This is the esports match coverage is to be on Elito Gamer ES present, also on Elito Gamer Radio 100.7 on the radio, also on RDK 3000 TriStar Radio service match, plus on separate audio and multi-view radio channel, also live stream, also streaming online social hashtag OSTZESAF with commentating on news on Elito 124, Jinx 24, the other networks also on RDK 3000 TriStar today in which that is channel and RDK rundown, as we also have our correspondents to cover the match. As we cover news in City Elito and widespread numbers has been raised for Elito Square in Elite City Metro. The day 1 of qualifications of the Flex Motors New Year's Grand Prix 2024-2023, EY 1022-1023, also Grand Prix New Year 2023, plus Tronic Diamond Metro and Solar Millennia as the hosts, Neotronic 1000.0, Year 2000 TT, United Year EY 1023 and New Camper Year KB.PAT. This is we hand off back to VWGT hosts for final KB News 24 deck as for some undetermined reason, VWG2N gets to end for the night, as I do explain the closer items used for programming and for VWG2N, as it now appears situation cast of Elito Gamer ESC on Vero Television concerning Game Day Live tonight, as we have just heard, VWG2N hosts has gotten told to head to the Sports Arena section of DG Square Elito says. This is Elito Gamer ESP's Game Day Live tonight gets aired on Vero Television joining already in progress. However, this of course would result in 3-hour extended edition of RDK 3000 TriStar Today Prime, 8 p.m. Hexkip. However, it to remain a standard 60-minute newscast because of special year-end program to air after RDK TSRT Prime, starting at 2000 hours RDK in Elite City. Chris K. Crypter to host the RDK Rewind Year in Review 2022, EY 1022, concerning the biggest stories of the year. This is for the next program after that at 2100 hours RDK in Elite City, under authorization from Elito Telemedia. Asylum cast a special presentation from Elito News 24 on the trending stories of 2022, EY 1022. This is my bro EY Stars Plays has told me and RDK TV producers to show you what is going on in the Sports Arena section of DG Square Elito this year. Some sort of New Year drill. This gets in progress for a couple minutes. This sure gets attention to Raymond Blake and Jared Crypter to be very contested as it to cover similar sports match OT and the FC. This is the following are participating in the drill. Trax Rex, Kenko Bean cousin of Ichiro TSK Crypter 2000 Mark 22, Stephen K, Mike EY 1020, Sean Blake 1020, relatives are Raymond Blake and Jared Tronic Face, plus Kim Alex Elias Star Victory Sports RDK HQ, the Studio RDX and Richard Kipstar, Spinella Mark K, Divisional Leader of RDK 3000 TriStar Keep Inertia Unit Division was visiting Elite City 1022-10, in which Mark K is standing next to Rex X Kinder, in which Divisional Leader of RDK 3000 TriStar Canboard E Unit Division, standing beside me is with Alex Elias Star. Today's matches in same video game. This is I was taking to Richard before this coverage is sponsored by Alex to the Bureau at Kitech. Yes, this is I was talking to Richard before Riki Control Tech. Then sharing Alex to the Bureau is told by RDK Star Gamers powered by Features Gamer ESP concerning his major contribution. Match gameplay coverage is always on the Elito Gamer ESP Inertia Elito Gamer Radio 100. This is a segment to Elito Gamer ESP TSRT also special program on RDK 3000 live stream and live blog. Also cover Inertia News at 0600 KBT and 04 also social media at Elito Gamer ESP and at Alito News 24. EL hashtag OT Rikikan. You must have spells acronym Elite City join the conversation S and not C, in which is not recommended to be used as per RDK handbook when visiting outside Canbordy.
Take note, it's also acronym named esports team, Elite City Shock, in which you do not want to be confused with that.
Good advice, Alex. Speaking of Elite City Shock, they will compete in final match of the year and final match before New Year's break. They take on Elitotron Esports tomorrow evening at 1900 hours RDK in Elite City, at the new Elite Metric Quad Season in Superzicle. This to be an interesting match as they have never competed yet in the ELG Game Jam Esports Mania Costa 2022 to 2023, EY 1022-1023, just close to 24 hours from now. They could compete in video game to be audience's choice. This is Team R3T aka Team RDK 3000 TriStar Esports to compete tomorrow against ELU Eagles in the morning, TRBE to compete against Grove and Osadek Thieves in the afternoon in different video games. One match in Canberra Gamer Winter Series, 2 matches in Tronic Diamond Millennium Esports Battle, with special Web Chesterian New Year's match on New Year's Eve, WBE and OTW. Anyhow, this is we are geared up as we are powered up always in all networks of RDK 3000 TriStar, television, radio, streaming and more with exception of RDK radio service 2 due to OTE NEFC esports match, as it's nearing 1900 hours RDK in Elite City, 00.0 EMT. 0000 TRX approaching the new Grand on U29, EY 1022 in December 29, 2022, 30th UTC and Eastward, final day toward new EMQS and Superzicle, and RDK 3000 TriStar Today Prime Edition begins right now. This is we welcome to the show, as we are powered up always. I am Mark E. Cryptor, anchoring solo, bringing to you live and direct over at RDK 3000 TriStar RDK News Live, at the new studio RDX at the RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ in Elite City, Philotopia. Mike Z and Christina A are on assignment, I to be joined by Chris K in 15 minutes. We welcome the viewers in Xylem Cast on KB News 24 Deck, Splat TV, and Trico TV. Headlines at this hour: Optic Alito and Alito FaZe competes in Alito Gamer Esports match, best of 7 in Octal of Doza 2, with NYE drill that has since underwent, marking 48 hours to new Elite Year UY 1023. Alito NYE, ball drop and confetti tests were conducted earlier today at Alito Square in Elite City Metro, as things are all systems go for the big one on New Year's Eve plus related one next 24 hours. Day 1 of qualifications for Flex Motors New Year's Grand Prix conclude. In one instance was briefly interrupted by topless female in which we can't show you that due to nudity in which violates RDK TV broadcast code.
However, we have a news alert to pass to you. This is the Alito News 24 newsroom is monitoring 3 subjects. There's a live situation over at KBSTM in Cambodia City. This at 4:45 AM KBT, 6:45 PM at City, 14 Dodiel, KBDT. We have received word of live escape.
The reason why this newscast gets Xylem Cast outside of RDK TSR affiliations, concerning 2 Canbordia EIN TV stations, KB News 24 Deck and Trico TV and 1 Splatoon TV network, Splat TV, well, we have gotten word, there's a fire alarm at KBMK in Canbordia City. Also there's a lion emergency at Canbordian Pokemon Studio Television Bureau, also mishap over at Inksplat Broadcast Center in Ink Depolis, Splatoon due to accident by worker. Anyhow the lead is esports as Optic Alito takes on Alito FaZe in final match of the day in ELG. Game Jam Esports Mania Costa 2022 to 2023, EY 1022-1023, KB.P17 to 18, Spinellani 1 to 8, Splatoon Year 7 to 8, as they compete in best of 7 in Octal of Doza 2. As match start occurred few minutes ago at 1900 hours RDK ELC/ELS, Choi, Desi Nude, and Trocan 0500 KBT, 0608 to Polys, 205 KBDT, map 1 being raid.
For some reason, Splat TV's systems get unlocked in past 15 minutes, as they Xylemcast Canberra Net International Splatoon, as KB News 24 Deck gets back on air since last 8 minutes, as for Pearl TV 10, gets back on air just in past few moments. Now all 3 networks now back to regular programming. Now, I gotta head to Savage's house for plans for New Year's. Savage. This is 2 years ago. It was held at your house. Then in the past year it was held at Dewey's house.
Tokyo Raystar, I do remember that, when we celebrate the new Kanbor year KV.P17 at that time on December 31st, 2021 at 2 o'clock PM Elite City, I play some Eurobeat in my Interceptor and my Skyline GTR, R32.
This is on the same time on December 31st, 2020, I play the subject from my 09 so loud. It gets attention to Mark Zaniels and Corey Zanders as they rung the doorbell like crazy as they told me to halt the music. They even threatened to ban me from car meets for 64 meets, in which I complied in timely manner as it to be Itsuki Takashi's second New Year's in Ilitopia.
Yes, this is I Mark Zaniels and Corey Zanders also remember the subject. However, for this year, 2022 to 2023, EY 1022-1023, the organizers advise you not to blast Eurobeat or other genre of music, especially for new Kanbor year KB.P18 from your vehicles. Also for the new Elite year EY 1023 along Kanbor D Street, also Elitotronics Street, even in front of my house or Rex Tracks, although if you park your cars at my house, I will call the tow truck at you. Yes, Mark, this is I fair a note. You can't do that practice next to my house, this because it would set off the new home security system at the CZ garage, also to wake up the baby, named Jessica Zanders. My niece as she was born in past 2 weeks as my sister Tiffany Zanders requests you Savage and Dewey to refrain from doing such practice, this is it also to make my dog, Lucky to bark like hell.
I would have hosted at my house, but we have a better idea. We would have 2 options. At the Toga area you went there last night, or at Zen Speedway. However, due to the New Year's race at Zen Speedway, to be held at the Jinsoku Toga and Auto Park.
I have an even better idea. We host it at the area along the lot at Riverfront, just as we done so for new Elite Metric Year of 373.0 Elite/base on evening of March 28th, 2021.
Good idea, Savage. However, I have other plans at that time.
Understood, Tokyo Raystar, as we to bring in other fellows. I will send you pics of action, also video on social media during event.
Anyhow, this is for this year, I to do it differently, as it to be first in Elite City, as I to supervise rather than master it, this as I master it in Cryptor City as 2021 was the last year I done it before emigrating to Elitopia in September 2022.
We have viewer question from social media from Trexer from Trek City, Crepation, Robloxian Federation. Which Elitopian esports team you rooting for, LTOtron or Elite City Shock? And his remarks, go Shock. Ride the Elito wave. Your response?
Most definitely the Shock, Electros, Elite City Shock. This as I want Shaker, Mickey Daniels, and the teammates to shut out Elitotron Esports. This as for some reason, Trexer may have messaged me, he'll to go for Elite City Shock also. Trexer, my bro residing in Trex City, Crypzation, Robloxia, read my words, go DVR the esports match in subject immediately. Repeat, DVR it now.
Okay, my DVR is armed for it, slated to fire at 1900 hours. On Blocks Gamer ESP. Anyhow, must check time, in next 23 and a third minutes, anyhow I must have to go on a year-end trip, as I to meet with him as I to listen to match on the radio too, anyhow I am Rex Slickstar, aka Trexer, as I learned since September 2022, RDK 3000 TriStar Roblox unit division has been disbanded. This is I to take a different approach and launch our 8664 studios, this to be separate from RDK 3000 TriStar as I to make Roblox videos for our 8664 studios, to be secondary channel on YouTube and such. Anyhow I must head to my car, as I got things packed up as I must shut off television. For some reason, it's mild out, as it to be decent evening tonight and splendid day on New Year's Eve and quite a bit cooler, to be clear out for the fireworks. This goes for here also at the destination, no rain, nor snow chances. Okay, the ignition is toggled, as the lights will auto shut off as doors to be locked and security to be armed. Anyhow, this to be my car, as I to bring it along the trip, as I got my things packed up, as I to depart now as the radio is tuned to station in subject. Anyhow, subjects are in the rear seat. As I to head onto the freeway soon, but I had to leave earlier than usual, cause I to do subject at Auto Sport Complex to do action at the new EMQS and Supercycle as I brought my helmet too. Anyhow, things are go, as I am checking into the vehicle clock, the cues on the radio and such, as it's open practice, as I to floor it once clock strikes 7. This is ELS takes on ETR, best of 7, counter blitz striker. It is showtime, as they have given me green light to proceed, putting it to launch control, Sport Hybrid, Sport S+, even R+ mode, also in power mode. This is I to rev it hard, my feet on accelerator and brake, my harness and helmet on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy new Elite Metric Quad Season and Supercycle. EMS 84 MLE and Cycle 120. 24 hours to go until the new Elite Year Intronic Diamond Metric and Solar Millennium. Toward Elite Year EY1023. Neotropic NTS 1000.0, 2000 TD. Whoa. That's some epic drift. Looks like the Shock is going to win, as I am thrilled of the outcome. This is its showdown. They are like one map point away. This is... whoa. Why do they interrupt for a news flash?
We interrupt the esports match broadcast ELS and ETR for a news flash on Swift 96.9 FM. As we have breaking news to pass to you, but first we also have a severe weather alert, as we must pass that weather alert first, then the breaking news. A thunderstorm alert is in effect for the following areas: Bloxer Falls, Arthratopolis, and Utopia City, until 10:45 p.m. On the Doppler radar, strong thunderstorms are moving southward and is to affect the areas in next 5 to 10 minutes. Wind gusts up to 70 km per hour, rainfall rate of 30 to 40 mm per hour, and scattered cloud to ground lightning is present. Personnel in affected area must consider seeking shelter in structure or in a vehicle with windows rolled up. Avoid high-rise objects like trees, flagpoles and such. Secure outdoor items or bring it indoors. To repeat, a thunderstorm alert is in effect for the following areas: Bloxer Falls, Arthratopolis, and Udopi City, until 10:45 p.m. Now item number 2, tragic news this evening as we have received word from international outlets that the famous female news personality based on television network in alternate verse, Patriotland, in RDE being United States, ABC News personnel Barbara Walters, has since passed away. She was 93.
I wouldn't mind the tragic news, however I must stop at hotel to stay for night in Bloxer Falls. Thank God I do have my rain gear packed up, as room has since been pre-booked. However must check out before 4:40 am, depart at 4:45.
This is Breeze News Daybreak, on Breeze 92.8, RBLZ-FM Bloxy Tron City. It's 5 o'clock a.m. I am Richard Stanblocks. Weather currently is clear. Temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. To be splendid day for New Year's, high of 14 degrees Celsius, low of 7 degrees Celsius. We are following developing story from late last evening, as the woman who made iconic blitz to regional television news in Patriotland, Barbara Walters, has died at age of 93. She died at place in Big Apple City in AV. But, in really the dimension as New York City, United States, in which subject unrelated. There to be New Year events at Times Square to occur this evening, as it to be first after COVID-19 coronavirus restrictions, but we call in AV as health and safety restrictions, as about 1 million to pack to see the ball drop, in which to occur at Times Square, to descend at 11:59 p.m., with the final 60-second countdown to 2023. However, in this dimension, there to be fireworks events even in Robloxia too. This at VNYE and other areas including Meep City, Pinewood Builders Facility, Greenville, Brookhaven, Pacifico and other areas, as most Robloxian feet that the after the ball drop, Roblox would to shut down. This in which could have been done by some subject a hacker or some sort, but experts say that subject is not expected, as this was blamed on such misinformation spread by Robloxians. Outside of Robloxia, there to be events also in Second Life Grid, Minecraft, Habbo, World of Gaia, IMVU, Gmodia, even Neopia, as today is 31st of celebrating Neopian Year 24 as Neopians to usher in Neopian Year 25 at 12 o'clock a.m. NST on 1st of sleeping, NY 25, translating to 3 a.m. local January 1st, 2023. This as it's 2:02 a.m. NST on 31st of celebrating NY 25, and Mu 30th, EY 1022, 41.8 EMT and 10:03 TRX as Elitopians to ring in new Elite Year EY 1023 as the Elito NYE gets underway in Elite City, Elitopia, following fireworks event last night at 7 p.m. for new Elite Metric Quad season of EMS 84 MLE, also new Super Zycle of Zycle 120. This also to mark 24 hours to the new Elite Year EY 1023. This to occur tonight at 7 this evening. Choi and Desinute 0. Also Trocont 0 for the new Elite Year, also the Tronic Diamond Metric and Solar Millennium of Year 2000 of the Tronic Diamond Era and Nia Trocont or Metri Year 1000.0 in the Tronic Diamond timekeeping. A 2.4-hour fireworks show is expected in Elite City and other areas, plus all areas within the Tronic Diamond Union primary and secondary membership countries. Even here in Robloxia, but in Costa Aero, from our affiliate Costa 7, RCSA TV, alongside midnight fireworks show in local time. This as the subject is banned in Canbordi Republic for the subjects I said. New Elite Year, and Tronic Diamond Millennium, with exception of one area in the Tronic Zone where RDK Con and DigiCon 7 Canborzot in Canbordi City, as there's an event to occur at 2 this afternoon. Midnight KBT 1st of Star E on KB.P18. 0 o'clock KBDT. Canbordian Spinelian duodecimal timekeeping. For the new Canbor year of KB.P18, or 1 Grovey 6 in duodecimal, because the number system in Canbordi Republic is base 10, and base 12, duodecimal. Pardon how I say in Canberlish, in which I now say the following in English. This is there to be the one event coming up at 9 this morning, Midnight Sistika, in which it to be the Japanese New Year, Reiwa 5, Toki 2683 as it to be 5th year of Reiwa era as Reiwa era being on May 1, 2019 concluding the Heisei era. Celebrations to be widespread even in Sistaka also in Nipponland, also Japantown districts in cities everywhere. This as Breeze 92.8 will have coverage this morning starting at 8:40 a.m. Other notables to watch. Splatoon to ring in Year 8 at 1 this afternoon local also for New Kiplanian Kingdom in KBE 227 star versus the Forces of Evil in Cambodian version. Muni World for AKLN 398. With 2 years toward the quadricentennial in 2025. Also the new Muni Year of Muni Year and Muni Decade. Muni Century of MY 850 at 6 this afternoon local. Also in KBE 227. Just 60 minutes toward EY 1023. In other news, there to be a New Year's Grand Prix 2022-2023 in Elite City, Elitopia at Zen Speedway. It to be timed race and 2 races of 8 shifts. Race 1 to begin at 1 this afternoon, second race at 7:12 this evening. This is 3 minutes after second race. To be a Webchesterian New Year's esports match as match to be held at venue in Webchester Field. To occur 12:15 a.m. WBF, 7:15 p.m. local. Optic Webchesterfield takes on Webchesterfield Esports Club. Illegal street race ends in arrests of individuals responsible in Costa Aero as subject began at midnight last night. New Year's Grand Prix in Cryptor City and in Sistaka is cancelled over condemnation against illegal street race as a result.
Thank God, the one in Elite City, Elitopia is still a go.
Right now, it's clear out. Temperature of 8.5 degrees Celsius, 47.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Barometric pressure at 100.8 kilopascals rising. Humidity at 70%. Visibility at 20 kilometers. Ceiling is unlimited. Air quality index is good. Pollen and bug report not in season. Today's UV index is 3, low. For today, sunny skies high of 14 degrees Celsius. Winds light and variable. Midnight fireworks forecast. Clear with temperature of 11 degrees Celsius. Light wind from south. Tonight, clear, low 7, calm winds, risk of local dense fog in the vicinity. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, increasing clouds in afternoon. Chance of showers late, high 12 degrees Celsius winds west of 25 km per hour gusts to 40. Tomorrow night, rain. Some may be heavy, breezy, low 8 degrees Celsius, winds northwest of 30 km per hour gusting to 50. Chance of precipitation 90% Monday. AM heavy rain, risk of thunderstorm, PM clearing, high 8 degrees Celsius low 3 degrees Celsius, winds 40 km per hour gusting to 70 km per hour, decreasing throughout of afternoon, becoming light by evening.
News flash, must listen to the subject.
This is a Breeze News Alert on Breeze 92.8. We have received word from the Vactica this morning, state within Lesambria. This as we received tragic news, that Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI has passed away. He was 95. He became Pope on April 19, 2005 after death and funeral of Pope John Paul II, as he resigned on February 28, 2013, handing over the throne to the current Pope, Pope Francis, in which in recent days, Pope Francis tells the fellows to pray over the former Pope, Benedict XVI, as the former Pope was very sick. Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI died at 3:34 a.m. just around a metri hour ago, but news outlets around the world has since started mentioning it in recent minutes, even almost toggled red alert for RDK 3000 TriStar in Elite City, Elitopia. But roll call alarms has since went off also at all other establishments including in Canbordi City, an Alptronic City in which triggered the Tronic alarm and KBBS TV and Canbor telemedia alerts regarding roll call as the public are being reminded by the police departments. Don't call the police over such alarm.
Oh my God. I must have to monitor the subject for the next few hours. I know it must be a very important topic.
We have this news flash coming in from our affiliate Scout News 24 from Scoutistan. Celebrations and fireworks in Scoutistan for New Year 2023, as told by the officials to occur at 10 o'clock a.m. local, midnight Scout City, has been cancelled at the last minute, and fireworks ban plus 7-day mourning period imposed effective midday Scout City, 10 o'clock p.m. local to pay respect to the former Pope Benedict XVI. The 2.4-hour fireworks show for the Tronic Diamond Metric and Solar Millennium is still a go, as it is a mandate that the fireworks show in subject cannot be cancelled or postponed over subjects other than weather, for example the death of the former Pope, and not thunderstorms or high winds.
This is I heard weather report for Scout City, Scoutistan for mentioned hour, it to rain moderately and to be breezy but not bad enough to scrap the subject as heavy rain and strong winds are not expected. Even thunderstorms not expected compared to last night, but it was not as bad as expected in Bloxer Falls as it was downgraded to thunderstorm advisory but not upgraded to severe thunderstorm warning.
We have this news alert coming in from Elite City. Elitopia from the Breeze News affiliate Elito News 24. The suspect is under arrest by the Elite City Metro Police after the loudspeakers over at RDK 3000 TriStar main headquarters was damaged. According to RDK Security, he went into the establishment at time of roll call alarm for death of former Pope Benedict XVI as he took the stairs as he had his sledgehammer at hand as he went to rooftop and smashed onto the loudspeakers, resulting in 3,000 Elitopian Elios in damage, about $7,500. He is being held without bond, as he to be booked on charges including trespassing and destruction of property, as new loudspeakers to be implemented in next few hours in appreciation of Japanese New Year. Reiwa 5 celebrations at 10 a.m. this morning, midnight Sistika.
Egad. I have to call my bro Zenzi right away. I do note he must have awoken by the roll call alarm, as now is a good time to call him in Elite City, on the subject. Flex, call Zenzi's cell.
Okay, calling Zen's cell.
Zenzi Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ in Elite City. Just check caller ID. You must be bro Trexer from Robloxia.
Yes, just heard news report. The event loudspeakers was smashed by some fool. How bad was the damage, and how many units were damaged?
3 total, as it was severely damaged. It needs to be taken out of service, as 3 replacement ones to be implemented starting in the next hour.
Who was the person responsible?
Male in his 20s, being local citizen in city's downtown. He's also barred from a stash limit for life.
In addition to the things, also have my international driver's permit, also passport, and pass card, as I to head to Elite City via car, on Intercontinental Route 75, in which to be Auto Route 75 once I head to Blitzdynozania the motorway 75, when crossing to Elitopia. As I must tune to local radio station based in Blitzdynozania soon. Also to make refueling stop. There, just refueled in Blitzdynozania, after doing some business at the customs. This as I was at Alphadopolis, just north of Marco Blitz, provincial capital of Blitz, formerly Blitz City, thanks to asteroid fragments over the summer or autumn of 2022, as it was contributed to Julian B. Rasokiard, in which he gets sentenced to death. However, he did action to stop asteroid using his rocket Civic, as Alphadopolis is also north of Gumball Township as I to head westbound Auto Route 75, for some reason, speed limit signs in kilometers per hour and CIO metros per trocant. Speed limit on the auto route is 120 kph, translating to 340 cmt, that is 72 kilonitros per choi, about 65 knots, 75 miles per hour.
Happy New Year's Eve! I am Jason Alitotrap. Hope you found things on this splendid New Year's Eve, with the event concluded for Reiwa 5, Japanese New Year, also New Canberra Year, in less than 4 hours, and New Elite Year, in less than 9 hours, also Tronic Diamond Millennium, also less than 14 hours to 2023 here in Elite City. As Joneland is due up next to ring in 2023 next hour, but the Lunar New Year isn't for the next 3 weeks, over 2 Viatrokans or 3.5 semanas, just shy of 2 2/3 Splix weeks, on the 22nd of the next month, to be Year of Tiger.
I am Daniel Zackstar. I am with my bro Andrew Zackstar, also friends Alex and Ralph Jinkster, as we are from Rexar, Rex West Province, Dant Prefecture, in which we are visiting Elite City this New Year's Eve. You may hadn't noticed Andrew's ride. He traded in his late 1980s Ford Sierra RS Cosworth to a newer car.
It's not a JDM import, nor EDM/HDM import. However, I do explain that in a few. I do note the prices in the store in Illitopian Elios, but why on Terra does it also show in Canbor Canber coins, Kolodzi and Xenocos, also Tronic Diamond Sickles? By the way, what are the current rates?
As of rates on Friday, December 30th, 2022, at 4 o'clock p.m. Elite City close, 1 Elitopian Elio equal to 2 Xenocos 43.25 cents, 71 Canber coins 87.5 cents, and about 5 Tronic Diamond Sickles.
1 Elio to 5 Sickles? Have the Tronic Diamond Union adopt the Harry Potter-style currency of Galleon, Sickle, and Canute, and decimalized the system?
Yes, 10 sickles is 1 galleon, 2 Elios, each canute is a thousandth of the galleon, a hundredth of a sickle is a nit as 1 galleon equals to 1,000 nuts, and 1 sickles equal to 100 nuts, as 1 canute is like worth 1/5 of an Elio cent, 2 Elio mils and 500 nuts is 1 Elio.
This explains it was initially planned to set to 160 Canbor coins, then 5 Webchesterian pounds, then 5 Hanatolian Hanas, then 5 Caledesian Xenocos for 1 Tronic Diamond Galleon, but ended up set to 2 Elitopian Elios.
No offense, I have since looked at my change, and note the 2 Elio coin, and noted Harry Potter on the reverse of the 2 Elio coin, as I am a coin collector, as I do note it's on the obverse of the 10 sickle coin, called a Galleon coin, and on the 1 Tronic Diamond Sickle coin on the obverse, in which is reverse of the 20 Elio cent coin, being Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger from Harry Potter series, with the 2 Elio and 20 Elio cent coin have year numberings in Tronic Diamond timekeeping, Neotrocant 1000, year 2000 TDE, along with the common and elite year markings, 2023, EY 1023. This as it was just put into circulation earlier this week by the Elitopian Mint, along with the 2023, EY 1023 banknote series by the Central Bank of Elitopia. Mike Kinders, where you at?
Esports Arena section, be aware of announcement at 1:24 p.m. in over half hour's time, as event to occur at New Canberra year KB.P18, also 2023 in Zwaftopia and Korjatopia, at 2 p.m. in over an hour, less than 70 minutes, or 5 choi's, half Kolichi. However, Mickey Daniels of Elite City Shock has told me as I to share it with you as the organizers has permit for him to tell me to tell you subject once I meet with you directly. Anyhow, where you at?
Swimming pool area, males changing room.
Okay, I to meet with you immediately. David Joy.
1,700 brake horsepower. 1,268 kilowatts and 3,500 Newton meters, 2,581 foot-pounds, 356.9 kilogram force meters, with max torque of 11,000 Newton meters, 8,113 foot-pound, 1,121.6 kilogram force meters. This is the engine in subject, the Koenigsegg TFG. Have 608 metric horsepower, 600 brake horsepower, 447 kilowatts, and 601 Newton meters, 443 foot-pounds, 61.2 kilogram force meters of torque. But the difference is the engine used in the Koenigs have 540 PS, but it have a supercharger module on it in which achieves like 650 PS and about 750 Newton meters, with 2 electric motors, similar ones used on the Koenigsegg Gemera, but it have 3 E-motors, not 2. As the front motor consists of 400 PS, 294 kilowatts, and 500 to 600 Newton meters, the rear have 500 PS, 368 kilowatts, and 1000 Newton meters. Rear motor goes through geared direct drive, front motor goes through gearbox and when clutched with engine. Act as generator, and the battery capacity on the Koenigs used for today's race is 36 kilowatt hours, as in electric mode. Both electric motors gets used, but when the engine is on, one of the engines get used, being the rear one. Unless when sprint mode is engaged, in which both electric motors and the engine gets used, as the transmission is a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and all-wheel drive, as 2 electric motors when clutched use the drivetrain, or it can use the front motor.
There's going to be an esports match, a sponsored special one, Z Fuel Kai Tech G New Year's Esports Battle 2022-2023, EY 1022 to 1023, to occur at 2 p.m. as the esports teams competing to be Elite City Shock and Elito Tron Esports, as they compete in last night's esports match in ELG Game Jam Esports Mania Costa 2022-2023, EY 1022 to 1023, final match in the ELG Game Jam series for the year. But for this match, they to compete in different video game. Remember the said match on New Year's Eve last year?
Oh yes, Jinsoku Bomba, ELS and VRG versus OTENEFZ. The optic phases win the match at the stroke of the new Elite Year EY 1022. This results in tornado alarm at KB 784 HQ 5 hours after start of Canberra Year 17.
Well, they take on a Canonian version of the video game named Blazed Bombness, as we to discuss further once we get changed. Don't post that on social media or share with friends online or in person, including at this changing room.
1.3 mile parts of different surface, tarmac, dirt, sand, and gravel. This is a timed 4 hour 48 minute, 20 choi, 480 deci nude, 2 colicky, 200 kia trocant, deck doze, x0, 120 dozinals or mineros race, plus 1 lap, of 8 shifts, and 2 drivers. Driver Alpha races in shifts 1, 3, 5, and 7, and Driver Bravo races in shifts 2, 4, 6, and 8, with each shift of 36 minutes. 2.5 choice, 60 deci nudes, 25 kia trocants, 1 doza 2 or 15 dozinals / mineros, as it's part of special sponsored competition race, of race number 1 of Flex Motors New Year's Grand Prix 2022 to 2023, EY 1022-1023, with second race tonight at 7:15 p.m. Elite City. 15 minutes after new Elite Year, unless if the TDY2K and TDD1M bug strikes hard somewhere on Terra, in which results disastrous similar to the subject in West Hextapolia in February 2021, or if fireworks go off despite fireworks ban. Or sudden adverse weather conditions, then to be rescheduled at alternate dates. However, that is to be unlikely concerning the TDY2K and TDD1M subject in weather, as forecast calls for clear skies and light winds for the second race. Coverage of racing action is always to be on Elito Rev and Elito Rev Radio 100.8, also to air on Elito Sports 1, 3, and 360, also on Elito Rev Plus app, Elito News Go app, also online with live stream and live blog, also coverage on News and Talk View on Elito News 24. Also social media at Alito Rev and at Alito News 24 hashtag FlexNYE Grand Prix. So join the conversation. Also send us your fan gear with the racing team. Also the New Year subjects including in Alito Square in downtown Elite City with the 2 cars, the racing version on display and street version. The Alito Rev car beside, driven by Ross Blake, as one of the video monitors at Alito Square have the monitors showing the race direct from Alito Rev, below the video monitor showing the countdown timer. I am Scott Trexton from Alito Rev over at Zen Speedway. As we hand off to Ross Blake at downtown Elite City in which there's to be embedded viewing party of the race at Alito Square.
Yes, this is the race. Action is just a few minutes away. Also the New Year in Kiplionian Kingdom and Splatoon for Splatoon Year 8 and AKLN 398. As we show live feeds from Kiplionian Kingdom, also live cam view of Elite City Metro since the Metro cam feeds in Intopolis is currently down for scheduled maintenance, but it to wrap up soon as we to include action there once it comes online. As the ball drops descend in Elite City for new Splatoon and Kiplionian Year, this is in replacement of the Intopolis feed, being the close-up view of my car, as I am inside my car, as you gotta listen to the sound once we ring in a KLN 398 and Splatoon Year 8. Anyhow, that is to be all as we are short on time. Anyhow, on behalf of Alito Rev, wishing the viewers a splendid new year, I am Ross Blake as we hand off to Stephen Alito Canborda.
That was Scout Trexton and Ross Blake from Alito Rev. This is the race number 1 is to occur at midnight Kiplionian Kingdom. First of Garna AKLN 398, 2300 KBT 31st Stereon KB.P17. 1 o'clock PM Elite City, 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX, 750 Kia Trockets, as there to be substitute drivers for shifts 2 and 3 as a preventative move for certain teams because some drivers were immigrated to Elitopia, immigrated from Canbordi Republic, and some have relatives residing in Canbordi City as the racing officials do not want incidents on the track due to sudden unsportsmanlike conduct concerning potential over-celebration of new Canbor Year KB.P18 as that can be very dangerous that can result in wrecks leading to deaths or injuries and red flag. We are going to pause for a moment as we to witness the final countdown to new Kiplionian and Splatoon Year. I am Stephen Alito Canborda, in behalf of Alito News 24, and to the exclusive distributor, KB News 24 Deck, wishing the viewers a splendid new Splatoon and Kiplionian Year as we see you 1 minute after ball drop. This is Canbor Alito Express New Year Special.
I am Mark E. Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar. This is we have less than a minute until new Splatoon Year and Kiplionian Year as we hand up to VWGT in a moment as we want to show you affiliate coverage from Alito News 24 for the countdown to new Kiplionian and Splatoon Year, also the race since 12:45 RDK and Elite City. As it's the final countdown, as we are seconds away to the subject. Anyhow, in behalf of RDK 3000 TriStar, wishing the viewers a splendid new Kiplionian Year and Splatoon Year as I will be back in 15 to 20 minutes for RDK 3000 TriStar 24-hour news beat before 13:20, or whenever news breaks. You are watching RDK 3000 TriStar television service, the RDK TV/DT 5.1 Elite City powering at 750 kilowatts.
Kaplianian and Splatoon here. Welcome back to the special New Year's Eve edition of BWGT as we are in hour 2 of the show as we welcome to the viewers once again from RDK 3000 TriStar television service in Asylum Cast along with native airing on Barrow Television. I am Mickey James.
I am Sean Richardson.
I am Smith Phelps, the latest at this hour. Farah, follow me. Okay, Raptor. Bad idea, Mark. We can't dine here, as we— No, Corey. It's not this area. Then where? Keep walking. It's not toward the ballroom and swimming pool area. Are we heading to either RDK 3000 TriStar or the Obversation area? Obversation area, this is I to explain on subject. Mark Zaniels, where are we heading to? RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ. I got told by Lion Jared Raystar and King Richard Jinkster over messaging, the fellows are offering our assistance for subjects in relation to RDK NYE at the facility. As I also got told by my bro Chris Zaniels aka Chris Z Crypter via messaging, he needs us to head to floor 5, Corey Zanders TV Studio Productions area, Raptor. More than that, Farah, there are some other areas that are notables on that floor. Okay.
Correct. However, I have since learned by my bros Robert and Sean Kaistar, there may be some subject to get announced around 1324, with subject that is yet to announce to begin at 1400 as I must have this TV tuned to RDK TV for announcement. My colleague Mark E. Crypter is on alert of subject. Anyhow, you two must be quiet until after 24-hour news beat segment.
This is the 24-hour news beat.
This is the RDK 24-hour news beat. I am Mark E. Crypter over at Studio RX at RDK main HQ in Elite City. Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI has passed away at pre-dawn hours this morning. He resigned in 2013, EY 1013. This is Scoutist in officals impose 7-day mourning period and cancel New Year events and total fireworks ban imposed with exception of Tronic Diamond Millennium subject. Detroitland's female news personality in the golden age of television, Alpha BC News' Barbara Walters has since passed away late yesterday evening. New loudspeakers has been installed this morning at RDK main HQ before REWA 5 event after pre-dawn incident by some citizen carrying sledgehammer went to rooftop at RDK main HQ and destroyed 3 loudspeaker units after roll call alarm for death of former Pope, resulting in 3,000 Elios in damage, with suspect arrested by ECPD. New Splatoon and Kaplianian Year fireworks has since concluded. Active countdowns underway for New Canberra Year. New Year events were held in recent hours in Hugh Exitex and Kupni Ionian, with the most appreciated Tronic Diamond Millennium and New Elite Year tonight. Cooper from Zen Racing leads Flex Motors New Year's Grand Prix. Fury in close second in race 1. That is all for now, as we hand off back to VWGT already.
Anyhow, the 3 outgoing loudspeakers, it is being transported by Zine S. Crypter in his RDK van toward the electronics recycling depot in Elite City's northern side, as the new ones were transported from storage room and special lift was used to bring it toward rooftop. Anyhow, you may not notice me in some different outfit, as that is the new RDK uniform for 2023, EY 1023. However, the current, to be outgoing RDK 3000 TriStar logo gets used but to change to the new logo tonight once we usher in the new Elite Year EY 1023. This as I do know, you two had such a makeover for new look on New Year's Eve of 2020 and 2021 and summer of this year. Are you considering new look today for you Mark Zaniels and Corey Zanders? For 2023, EY 1023.
Yes. Esports on subject at the New Canberra Year, even the Z Fuel and Kitech G signage. Did it just raise just now? This is Raymond Blake. No, we at Elito Gamer ESP must be on alert on the subject, as we have yet to learn on the scope of the what is now sponsored gaming event. Anyhow, other than that, Canberra, concerning certain fans of DRBE, the Canbermons from KB 784 in Canberra City. You posted a status message on social media and replies you then went on messaging with Canberra Lazuli, subject on such egg? Yes, this as she told me, the egg have a potential to hatch at the new Canberra year. It's some sort of Jiraki egg, but I am unsure, this as I must message her soon. Yes, this is Canberra Lazuli, if you are watching this on, oh my god,
Whoa,
again.
oh my freaking god, Robert and Sean Kaistar is right on the dot. It's a surprise esports match.
Oh my god, Elite City shock and, it must not be DG Red Blitz Esports. New versus Elitotron Esports, and what? 1400 hours? Yes, Mark, it to occur at 2 bells in the ELC, at the new Canberra year. However, we have duties as told by Jared and Stefan as we must head to RDK HQ for volunteer assistance ASAP, the sooner the better.
Correct. Anyhow, I learn more. To take on best of 7 in Blaiston Bombness, in which is made by Keneonian firm. However, we head to floor 5 in a few.
Sports teams to be Elite City Shock and Elitotron Esports. They to take on in Blas Eden Bombness, best of 7. Match start is at the stroke of the new Canberra year KB.P18, at 2 o'clock PM Elite City. 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX, midnight KBT, 0 o'clock KBBT, 791 Kiatrokins, 7:55 sign time, 7:4 dosa 7 in duodecimal. I am Mark E. Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar RDK Newsline over at Studio RDX at the RDK main HQ in Elite City. We have to cut out of the VWGT Xylem cast briefly as we want to discuss subject further. This as Raymond Blake said, there's to be an esports match, Elite City Shock and Elitotron Esports. They to compete in best of 7 in Blas Eden Bombness. In which is a Canyonian version of Jinsoku Bomba in which the original one is banned but the Canyonian version is allowed, as they to compete in Canyonian version. As that is to be first in competition esports in Elitopian esports with the subject in the Tronic Diamond Millennium Esports Battle Playoffs after New Year's. Event name is Z Fuel, Kitech G New Year's Esports Gamer Battle 2022-2023, EY 1022-1023, KB.P18, Spin Any 1 Grov 2 Dozy 8 or 176, Neotrocant 900, and 99.9 to 1000.0, 1999 to 2000 TDE. Match start of this match is at the new Canberra year KB.P18, at 1400 hours RDK and Elite City, 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX, 7:55 or 7:4 do 7 sign time, Kalaki 0 dozenal 0 KBDT, midnight KBT and 5 hours toward new Elite year UY 1023. It to be half-hour rounds with 6 minutes break with exception of round 7 in which to be 36 minutes, and 48-minute half-time show after round 3 with round 7 being evil, renamed from Doom, with round 7 ending at new Elite year UY 1023. Since we are under code ESP, we would have preempted VWGT for remainder of this hour but it occurred outside 20-minute threshold, so rather instead, we are going to take a quick programming break as VWGT to return at 13:30 RDK and Elite City as I to be back for RDK Countdown watch coverage for New Canberra year in 15 or so minutes along with RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz edition at or before 1400
Chris
hours.
Z Crypter aka Chris Daniels has told me to tell you that we must enter now, as he have given you 2 clearance to enter. Follow me. This as he's at the door, as I get paged to head to Studio RDX to meet with Mark E. Crypter. If you consider to put on your new looks for the new year, please do so at men's washroom. You can do it over the sink.
Okay Chris K. Okay Chris K. Mark Zaniels, Corey Zanders, this is Chris Z Crypter aka Chris Zaniels, you going for new looks? Yes. Men's washroom is toward the right as you must do it now. What is the development? Like what does it say on the website? Joseph, this is Alito News 24's Canberra Alito Express has not yet heard of developments.
This on the news banner on top of the website. News alert, 2335 KBT. The Pokemon eggs monitoring by the Canberra Union led by Canberra Lazuli, reportedly to be shaking somewhat, ETA hatch likely around midnight KBT, over at Canberra 784 headquarters.
This translates to 2 p.m. Elite City. Anyhow, is it the Jiraki egg?
No. It's the Score Bunny egg in Canberra D form.
Canberra, Richard Kenders, are you sure it's at 2 o'clock p.m. Elite City where I Shaker, Mickey Daniels of Elite City Shock take on Elitotron Esports? Yes, give or take a few moments. Unmuting 3 of the contacts, as, Pikachu? Why did you add Canberra Lazuli to the video call?
She to explain further.
Anyhow, I do not expect to be in video call, as I was messaging with Kimbordi and Kanabandi Kapi and also Ben's Kimborzat. This is I note, the egg is like somewhat shaking, as I do expect, in the next several dozenals about few dozen minutes, to start hatching as it to take about 1 dozenal, 1 grov, or 12 dozenals in Kimbordi and Spinilian duodecimal timekeeping, or 2.4 minutes.
That is like about Ossitek, or 8 minox and or 1 minoct.
Splix can, why you got your digital clock primary time format to Splix octal time on UTK?
Because it's on global time and KBE 471.
That is like less than 15 Kiotrokins and 2 Kiotrokins. Expected debut at 791 Kiotrokins?
You mean .971 in universal metric time? Yes. I had to convert Splix octal time to UTK then factor to decimalized time.
Rex X Cryptor is checking into the video call. Mark E Cryptor and Chris K Cryptor 2. And Stefan A T Cryptor 2. Also Mark Zaniels and Corey Zanders. Andrew, the subjects they explain to occur at 1 o'clock p.m. Xenopolis City.
What is it concerning?
Potential newcomer for Canberra 784 crew in Canberra D City at New Canberra year.
2 o'clock p.m. Elite City, 79.1 EMT, 1900 T RX. Just 5 hours toward new Elite Year EY 1023. ISE Stars Plays must mention subject in the live stream to my fans once esports match begin.
We at CNW including me, Patrick Zandezak are also the fellows at Alito News 24, Zeno News 24, ATR Newsnet, Omni Newsnet, KH24, Corjotnet 24, Kiacer 24, CXN. Also Ultimo 24 has since learned of developments in Canberra D City 2, as with KB News 24 DEC also WB Newsnet.
This is Chris K. Cryptor from RDK 3000 TriStar at Main HQ in Elite City, Elitopia. The fellows over at RDK 3000 TriStar Canberra Unit Division and other establishments are now aware of subject to occur at top of the hour at 1400 RDK in Elite City, 791 KTS, 1300 Xenopolis City and midnight KBT, as the divisional leaders visiting Elite City for New Year's Gala. Even head leader Ryan M. Cryptor and deputy leader Milos Z. Cryptor are also aware of Scrobany Hatch subject at Canberra 784 in Canberra City to occur at New Canberra year.
Mark Zaniels, that is quite a nice look. Yes, Corey Zanders, however I had to dye it different color to distinguish it from hairstyles from Rex Trax Zion, also fellow we met since noon who's visiting Elite City for the day, Rex Slickstar, as he went to Zenzi Cryptor. This is he mentioned subject on event in Roblo Federation in which has ended moments ago, in which in reality, Roblox services was down but it's up now. However Pacifico is wrecked as a result as state of emergency is effect, and you know what, as New Year's celebrations in Pacifico is cancelled, as some areas in Pacifico gets destroyed. Even the Mayhem Syndicate raided Pinewood Computer Court, but VNYE, Costa Aero, Trex City where Rex Z resides, in which he's called as Trexer, Roblotai, and New Year Central Alpha are safe. Anyhow Corey, you have same hairdo as Chris K. Cryptor but different color? Yes, Mark.
I Chris K. Cryptor. Do note your hairstyle the same as mine too. Corey Zanders, but you dyed it different color. This is it's a must so some of us don't get confused.
This is the esports matches to begin at 2 o'clock p.m. Elite City at the stroke of new Canberra year, as we hand off back to the VWGT hosts, as for those on RDK TV viewers, we have to say goodbye for now as the RDK Countdown watch coverage slated to air now. Thank you Raymond Blake, as we welcome to the special RDK Countdown watch coverage to the new Canberra year of KB.P18, I am Mark E. Crypter.
And I am Chris K. Crypter over at RDK Newsline News Center, Studio RDX at RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City. As we are now bringing this on all networks of RDK 3000 TriStar, as we are powered up always, television, radio, streaming and more.
This is it to be the countdown to the new Canberra year, also the esports match. However, as we to be lowered on lift of Excite, as we head to esports arena section, we will hand off to SE Stars Plays.
Game on! IMSE Stars Plays. Anyhow, this is while the show hosts get lowered, as we want to share you details of the SE Stars Plays New Year's party to occur after Map 3, as it to be held at the Gamer Lounge Alpha as we to count down to the new Elite Year EY 1023 once the event begins after Map 3. As we do have tasty food there, as we do also host trivia show, also viewing party of the esports match should it continue into maps 4, 5, 6 even decisive map 7, once we count down the final minutes to new Elite Year EY 1023 during map 7 should it require once match score gets tied 3-3. This is we to hand off to Mark E. Crypter? I mean Raptor, Mark Zaniels, where did he go? Mark E. Crypter, bro, where did he also Farah, Corey Zanders, went to?
The duos are volunteering at RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ for RDK NYE Fest, anyhow we to take over for now. I am Mark E. Crypter and this is Chris K. Crypter from Studio RDX, as stated earlier, the VWGT hosts has since been lowered on the lift of Excite, anyhow Chris K. Crypter have some words.
Yes, Mark, as we must show you live shots over at NYE Central over at Digi Square Elitazon, as we have not much time for the 15-minute countdown kickoff for the new Canberra year of KB.P18 as we expand the RDK countdown watch coverage toward Vero Television as per temporary measure as VWGT gets in pause. Jared, Richard, Renee, Danielle getting ready to kick it off. Let's listen in.
You ready? Cause it is showtime. Here we go. In 1, 2, 3. Let's hit it. 15 minutes or 25 decibels.
The 15-minute countdown sequence gets in progress right now, as we transition to live Skycam view of Elite City Metro. Also Skycam view of Canberra-Tronic Street in Canberra City where RDK 3000 TriStar Canberra Unit Division Center HQ gets located as with DigiCon 7 Canberra ZAT, as the 15-minute countdown sequence gets held there as well but due to restrictions, we cannot show the feed from its KNYE Central as it's only to be viewed in Canberra Republic only as KB News 24 Deck only show it on the domestic feed.
But they can show the subject in the next show, in which they call as Universal New Year of 2023, to occur 0500 KBT, translating to 1900 hours RDK in Elite City, midnight UTC, Choi, Desi Nude, and Kiotrokant 0. As that is to be new Elite Year EY 1023 and the Tronic Diamond Millennium of Neotrokant 1000.0 and 2000 TDE, in which they show it to the world through Canberra, plus international news media, including those at Elito News 24, ATR News Net, KH24, Zeno News 24, CNW to BTCWB News 24. Also us at RDK 3000 TriStar Television Service.
We are going to take a programming break, as we will be right back in a few moments. Stay tuned. I am Chris K. Crypter and this is Mark E. Crypter. For those who just tuning in, we have an important programming alert to pass to you. As stated earlier in the slides, we have gotten word by Alito Telemedia and Vero Television that remainder today's episode of VWGT will not be seen, as the show gets to end for the afternoon, and due to the important New Year event today, including the big one tonight, the producers have to pre-empty VWG2N in favor of our coverage, including Silimcast of Alito News 24's 24EH on RDK 3000 TriStar television service, as the VWGT hosts are now contributing to the coverage on Alito Gamer ESP concerning the Elite City Shock and Alito Tron esports match to begin at the top of the hour at the new Canbor year.
This is we also got word from them, also to contribute to the Webchester New Year's esports match, Webchester Field Esports Club and Optic Webchester at 0015 Webchester Field, 1915 RDK, and Elite City. As the VWGT hosts are hard at work doing the guest commentating on the second ATAR channels of Alito Gamer ESP. Anyhow, we continue the coverage for now, as we to hand off to RDK correspondent from downtown Canbor D City for the pre-event countdown action in front of Canbor D Tower with ZKT Crypter.
This with the hashtag ELS, BS, ETR as live reports of the esports match from Newsview to be on Canbor Alito Express. Then the next show, special New Year's Eve edition of 24EH to air at 4 p.m. Elite City this afternoon, 62.5 EMT and 2100 TRX. Anyhow, we gonna wrap it up for this hour for Canbor Alito Express. I am Stephen Alito Canborda. From all at Alito News 24 and ELTM, also toward the affiliates, also to the exclusive distributor KB News 24 Deck. A splendid new Canbor year. I to be back 2 minutes into new Canbor year. As for RDK TV viewers, coverage continues with RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz Edition to air in the next minute.
60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, in dozenal, 41, 40, 3e, 3x, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, in alito dozenal, trayer on ala, biadizo, biadco, bianubi, bioside, biasepta, biasinksa, biasinkra, biacordia, biatrira, biavia, biata, bianula, unadizo, unadco, unanubi, inalitish, tunulo, prinona, priocta, prihepta, prihexa, propenta, priquatro, pritrio, insplix, occiquadio, occitrio, occiduo, occiuno, octo, septo, seneo, cinquio, quadio, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Canberra Year, KB.P18.
Happy New Year 2023 in Corgitopia, Swaftopia and Elitopian Territorial State of Conalito. Best wishes from all at RDK 3000 TriStar from the production and us to toward the viewers, especially on RDK 3000 TriStar television and radio service Corgitopia and Canbordi feeds. I am Chris K. Crypto.
And I am Marky Cryptor, bringing to you live and direct for the next 2 hours over at RDK 3000 TriStar RDK Newsline, Studio RX at the main HQ in Elite City, Elitopia. It's well in the new Canberra year in Canbordi City as we ushered in new Canberra year of KB.P18. This is fireworks are going off in Canbordi City and across Canbordi Republic, including at RDK Can and elsewhere, also in Elite City, plus across Swaftopia including Swatch City, Kinolito and in Silver City, Korhatopia, and across Republic of Korhatopia as they ushered in 2023. However, it comes with a twist. Some shark alarms went blaring too in Silver City as we show you live shot of Silver City, as the shark alarms went off in Silver City to mark New Year. As we have gotten developments and as we discuss this later on.
This as there's an esports match that gets underway as Elite City Shock and Eliotron Esports compete in best of 7, Blaisdon Bombers. As its map number 1, in the Z Fuel Kai-Tech G New Year's Esports Gamer Blitz 2022-2023, EY 1022 to 1023 as we detail the subjects later on as well.
Ozzy and Skittles. Chubby H. Cryptor and Ichiro ESK Cryptor are busy at this time as my elder brother Mark Illitastar aka Mark E. Cryptor is in Altronic City doing duties for the subject in the Tronic Diamond Esports playoffs in the Musters, as Scott Illitastar is at DG Square Ilito set for viewing party as I too take you Skittles to school. As for you Ozzy, I will treat you for breakfast over at Omega Costa.
Splendid. By the way, who's Car, and who are you?
Alex Illitastar, as the fellow beside me, is student in which goes to same school as you, Skittles, as he's in 8th grade, at school named Elite City Metro Public Elementary School, as his name is Daniel Illitastar, he to graduate at the end of his school year in June 2023. Zeta EY 1023 is he to attend high school in the autumn. This in which I graduated in past years, as I attended Elite City College of Tech, in which I graduated in recent month, as I to drive this car, the 2023 Flex Conix.
Correct. My backpack also Skittles backpack are in the rear hatch of your car. Make sure the specialty seats are in place for the duos.
They are already placed and secured, Daniel.
The car, I seem to remember. I saw the car during the car show in Riexer and Pass. Oh, I seem to forget when, but it takes place in Riexer as we win a Tronic Steiner.
In past 16 hex weeks, in November 6th, 2022 or Lambda 6th, EY 1022, this as the car was runner-up as the late 50s Fury wins top prize.
This in which Chubby H Crypto drives and takes us to Riexer with Rubla, also the RDK hex.
Yes, this just hours toward the new Spinellani on the Canboard EEI and Spinellian duodecimal calendar just 4 Mayas, 16 semanas, or hex weeks ago on Zafra de Tudeth, or 24th of 1 GRO 5th, or 18th Maya of Dozi Anno or Spinellani 1 Groby 2 Dozi 8 or 176 on the Canboard EEI and Spinellian duodecimal calendar, or Marcota 6th Marcoyan KB.P17. This as Daniel was learning the duodecimal system during grade 8 math class yesterday. Anyhow, today is the eve of the new Maya on the Canboard Spinellian duodecimal calendar as we to approach the stay Maya month being 4th month. Also it's New Year's Eve on the Canboard Spinellian solar calendar, as it being the first Maya of the calendar year of KB.P18. Also 2023 and EY 1023 as the Elitopian counterpart was on the 14th once Webb Chesterfield ushered in Old New Year's being New Year on the Julian calendar. Although the Canberra Spinel and Elitopian counterpart is unofficial, but the Elito counterpart was used in past centuries in what was known as Kingdom of Elito and Republic of Elito as it was official back then.
Wait a minute, does it mean potential fireworks at 2 o'clock this afternoon, during show Intel?
Yes, as that is to be midnight in Canboard East City.
Just to add, since I am a fan of esports, as the Tronic Diamond Millennium Slackers to occur 60 minutes prior, after the musters, as that takes place at DGtron in Altronic City. This is I mark no, that there's specialty breakfast items for you, Ozzy, as for you Alex, this evening, we do friendly race at Zen Speedway, at 7 PM but leave Ozzy at RDK 3000 TriStar.
Alright.
I wonder what is being served there. The oatmeal is pretty tasty. Anyhow, what did you have?
Costa Breakfast Supreme.
Yes, anyhow I and Alex are watching the esports match broadcast live stream on our laptops. Alex is watching the Altronic City Shock vs BZD Gamer Utopia while I am watching Silver City Spark vs TDGR esports match in the Tronic Diamond Millennium esports match in the musters, while I to listen to Elito Sports Center on Elito Sports 1, concerning hockey action concerning Elite City Elitos. Also the Thunderdogs during last night's Monday Night Football, the mentioned teams won last night's hockey and football matches. This as the host is mentioning that on TV.
Yes, including a remarkable play in 4th quarter of the football game in the playoffs, as they are now in the quarterfinals on the road to the Elito Bowl. Also the remarkable goal by Shaky from the Elitos, assisted by Craig in final minutes of 3rd period of hockey game.
How about the Elite City Heat in basketball?
They do not play last night, but they win the basketball game against Riker, on the 15th including a 3-pointer from half court. They play tonight at 7 at Rex Arena.
They take on Sharkville Pistons. Skittles, how about we to menace on the grade 3 students on the other side?
Don't you ever think of doing such action with Skittles. If you do, Skittles will be returned back to RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ as he to miss out on remainder of kindergarten class for the day as I to contact the school should it arise. Also Mark Equipter will return back to Elite City early in an event to occur, as he is in Elftronic City as you may face suspension from school and temporary ban from RDK 3000 TriStar.
Who said that?
Me, Shawnee Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar. Anyhow for you Skittles, just got a hold of Chubby and Ichiro. Alex Ilitastar and his friend Mark also Ozzy is watching a G-rated movie at the cinema.
Which movie?
A sequel to the one you and Ozzy loves to watch.
This is I must talk to Alex after school on the movie in subject as I heard, it gets great reviews.
That is the remarkable one in the show and tell. Now, Skittles, what do you have in store for show and tell? However, do be quick, as we have afternoon recess in the next moment or two.
I just show you something, but I need you to open the door. His friend is to bring someone I know.
Is he in the hallway?
Yes.
I to open the door.
When the door opens, walk right in.
Okay, Alex.
This is I to walk right behind you. When the door opens, walk right in.
Okay, Alex.
This is I to walk right behind you. This is the owner's work at RDK 3000 TriStar. This is my elder brother Mark Ilitastar works there, as he is known as Mark E. Crypter. However, he's doing his job while on tour in Altronic City, Altronic and Tronic Diamond Union. This is for Bradley, they are partners of Ozzy and, what with his signal? Is it the recess already?
Yes, as it's time for them to go out and play.
Yes, as we must head outside to talk about subjects toward the remainder of the day. Good idea, Skittles. This is Alex and Mark said, there's basketball tonight at 7, as we to watch it on the TV. The Heat takes on Sharkville Pistons at Rex Arena as we to watch that on the TV. Yes, this is it to be on Alito Sports too. Anyhow, I is Z Crypter and Sean E Crypter doing here? I am unsure on that. I may consider asking them as. What with the sudden fireworks, Skittles? Yes, Ozzy, what is this for? I do not know. This is I need to check the current time.
It is 1400 hours, 2 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, as for some reason, fireworks are not supposed to go off in this district, only the downtown, as this is for the new Canboard EEI and Spinelian solar year of year 18, as it's midnight KVT. As we enter the new Maya on the Canboard EEI and Spinelian duodecimal calendar of Stay Maya, 4th month of the Spinellani of 128, or 176, as some may go off for one Kalaki, in Canboard EEI and Spinelian duodecimal time, 50 or 60 dozenals / minor rows or 10 choice, 240 deci newts. 2 hours 24 minutes as fireworks are in progress in Canboard East City also, but it should have been unofficial, however we are determining who set it off.
2.4 hours, this will indeed impair 4th period after afternoon recess in which to end in 5 minutes. It is 2:06, afternoon recess is supposed to end a minute ago. Is there something going on at the school, Z Crypter?
There has been some mayhem while inside the school, mostly by some students of grade 3 to 6, in which some say, Happy New Year on Canboard EEI and Spinelian solar calendar, as they go on a menace as they set off police, fire, and tornado alarm. This as there's incident another school at the district. Concerning similar incident, but teachers has done action to stop it, but they use some unjust method in which upsets the teachers the school, as it should not be allowed, as teachers stage a walkout in protest on punitive actions, as I just got heard from the school administration. The remainder of the classes gets cancelled, as with tomorrow's classes as the students face early dismissal, as I and Sean must take you back to RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ.
This as the students who did action at Elite City District Public Elementary School will be suspended for such false fire, police and tornado alarm activation as they to deal with the police officers and the firefighters, including the police and fire chiefs from the ECPD and ECFD.